Let me tell you all the fucking story time on how the fuck I got catfished. Boom. So let's just start the story. So the year was like 2013. I was being a hot ass, grown ass, little ass fucking boy. And I was getting the fuck on an app called Jack, right? So when I was getting on the app called Jack, one of my fucking friends, he was like, yo, get on Jack. He was like, there's fucking niggas on there, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna download the fucking app. So I downloaded the fucking app on my iPhone. Now, remind you, during this time, it was like when I got like my first apartment. So I was hype as shit. And if you know anything about having your first apartment, that's gonna be the fuck house. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna be fucking and I'm gonna be fucking. And I just got done breaking up with a boy that I was messing with for all these years. Oh my God, that shit was so fucking crazy. So I'm already hot and I'm heated, right? So with me being hot and fucking heated, I goes here, I download the app. I'm a little bit scared because I'm like, I ain't never do no shit like this. I never been on no app to like talk to no nigga other than like a MySpace, a Facebook, an Instagram, shit like that. So he telling me when you download the app, you gotta talk to niggas and niggas gonna DM you and they gonna ask you to unlock your pictures, right? So I'm hyping myself up. I'm like, yeah, I ain't no nutty ass bitch. I'm like, I'm gonna download the fucking app. I'm gonna talk to niggas. I'm gonna make them unlock their pictures and shit like that, right? So as I get on the fucking app, I'm noticing that everybody on the app mainly is half dressed. And what I mean half dressed, they got Speedos on, they got no shirts on, they got latex pants on. I'm like, oh, y'all came to fuck. Oh, y'all came to fuck, right? So I went up there and I put like a picture of my lips because you know my lips cute as shit. So I'm all up there. I'm in the camera like this. I'm like this, all closed. So niggas start DMing me or whatever, right? So I start talking about like 3 to 4 different niggas. So at this time, I'm envisioning how they look because if you know anything about a delusional ass bitch like me, I'm gonna make sure that I'm real delusional about talking to niggas or whatever, right? So I'm like, oh my God, this boy look good as shit. So he sent me like 3 or 4 pictures. So I'm like, all right, this nigga look good, right? Boom. So when he sent me the pictures, I unlock my pictures. He like, oh, you look good too. You look familiar though. I'm like, what you mean I look familiar? He like, I think I seen you before. So I'm like, oh, you probably did. So what's up? So me and him keep talking or whatever. So we on the air, we talking for about 2 to 3, 4 days, right? So now it's to the point where it's like, are we going to exchange numbers? We going to meet up? Like, what you want to do, right? So he goes here or whatever. He was like, this is my number or whatever, right? So I went in here and I texted the number. I ain't get no reply. So he wrote me on the app. He was like, oh, why you ain't text me? I'm like, I did text you. It said I ain't get no reply. So he was like, what's your number? So I sent him my number. And after I sent him my number, I get a text from an email. Why the fuck am I getting a text from an email? That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Don't text me from an email. And sometimes I tend to do that. And then I'll be sending my number immediately after. Like the people like, oh, this is my number, right? So he goes here or whatever the case may be is. He ended up texting me back and forth from the email. He was like, this is my number. I swear to God, at work, I just got to get my phone turned on. So for me, I'm like, what you mean you got to get your phone turned on? He like, yeah, I just lost a job, but I'm waiting for them to give me my last check. A nigga always got a fucking excuse. That's just started there. A nigga always going to tell you a fucking excuse about some bullshit, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So as we talking or whatever, so I'm like, why you not answering your FaceTime or whatever? He was like, oh, I'm busy with my mom and stuff like that. So I'm like, what you mean you busy with your mom? He was like, I got to wait until I get in the crib and then I'm gonna like FaceTime you. So he kept prolonging this shit, right? Remind you, anytime I say FaceTime, he would like call me on the phone. He would like do this. So I'm like, this nigga trying to play me. So I brings it up again. I'm like, this nigga really trying to play me. So I'm so delulu at times, y'all, that I really don't be worried about niggas. Like, I really don't be focused on them unless, like, I'm really deep into it with you. And at this time, I wasn't deep in it with him because I was focused on somebody else, to be honest. So it would, like, fluctuate. He would text me here, he would text me there or whatever. So it got to one point to where as though I was not replying to him at all. So then he calls my phone. It was, like, 2 weeks later. So when he called my phone 2 weeks later, I missed the phone call because I was like in the shower or something. So after I was out the shower or whatever the case may be is, I'm like, I'll call him once I get in the car, right? So I go in and call him when I get in the car. I'm like, what's up? He started blowing on me. He like, oh, why you not answering the phone? What da-da-da-da? I ain't hear from you in weeks. I said, bro, I don't even know you. I don't even know you. What do you mean? He like, what you mean you don't know me? I said, at the end of the day, I haven't heard from you. I haven't seen you. I haven't done any of this, right? So he like, why you so pressed to see me if we talking on the phone? I said, it's not the point that I'm pressed to see you. I'm just not about to talk to no motherfucking ghost. That's it, and that's all. He like, you know what you doing later today? I'm like, I got work, but after I get off work, I'm free, right? So he like, all right, we could link up and we could we can see each other face to face. So I should have been thinking like, why can't you just FaceTime me now? So I agreed to it. I'm like, all right, we can meet up. Boom. So I go to work or whatever. Day going cool. So he texts me every now and again. Boom. So I get off work. I'm like, what's up? Where we meeting at? So he wanted to meet at this restaurant on Bustleton Avenue, right? It's like near Grant, like all the way back Bustleton if you're from Philly. Boom. So I goes here or whatever. I go to meet him. I'm like, I pulled up in the parking lot or whatever. It's this like silver Mercedes that pulled up, right? So I'm like, that's probably him in the car or whatever, right? So I text him, I'm like, where you at? He like, I just pulled in the parking lot, right? So I'm like, what color car you in? He like, I'm in the silver Mercedes, right? So I goes here or whatever. I'm like, all right, I'm about to get out the car, right? So I get out the car or whatever. He rolls down his window. I walk over his car. So he like, what's up? I told you I was real. I said, you said you was real, but you ain't say real fucking fake. Then what the fuck is going on? So he like, what you talking about real fucking fake? I said, bro, you're not the person that was in the fucking picture. He like, yes, that is me. What are you talking about? So I'm sitting there cursing this nigga the fuck out. I said, pussy, that's not the fuck you. Stop fucking playing with me. I'm not the fuck retarded. So I go to the picture or whatever, right? So as I go to the picture, I'm like, did you really telling me this you? He like, bro, I'm telling you, that's me. I said, all right, I'm about to leave, right? So he get out the car, right? Why would he get the fuck out the car, y'all? I lie to you not. This boy, I'm 5'7". Y'all, why this boy get the fuck out the car? This boy was about like 4 or 5. I said, I know you fucking lying. So instead of looking up at this nigga, I'm looking down at this nigga, y'all. I'm 5'7". So you telling me I'm talking to a fucking little person? Y'all, I literally start cracking up. So he like, what's funny? Why the fuck you laughing? So in my head, I'm like, pussy, you know what the fuck is funny. I said, pussy, don't fucking come near me. I'm leaving. Bye if I fucking kick you. I ended up fucking leaving and blocking this nigga. Like, don't fucking play with me with your dumb fucking midget ass. You sit up here lying and act like you was somebody else and you fucking come to my kneecap. Bye, I'm good. Bye-bye.